Hello guys, and welcome to another Parsec tournament over at Parsec Tournaments Galleria. I'm your host Blue Discord, and this will be a game of choice by none other than Roniac, and I think this is his second game of choice, and the game of choice he has chosen is Sonic Rivals. Sonic Rivals for the PSP, one of those side games that another game creator, I think it was Dimps, maybe it was Dimps that made this game. And technically Sonic Rivals is a prologue Sonic game which is all about racing. You know, you're racing on foot and it's a 2D racing action game. So kind of think of like Sonic the Hedgehog 2 races, but instead of it just being like, you know, having a time score attack, it's just racing to the goal line as fast as possible with obstacles in your way. Especially it being more linear, you don't really care about there being much enemies, even though enemies in the way, and also you can kind of attack the opponent as well. More explanation will be further into it. I really personally haven't played this game, to be honest, and this probably something more I'm going to have to look into as well, but the people that have joined and signed up to this tournament might actually teach me a thing or two. And yeah, this is another Sonic tournament that I'm just going to kind of learn and watch today. I'm going to try and do my best with the commentary, but at the same time we will see how we can do and stuff with this tournament. Anyway, let's actually move to the rules and challenge bracket for today's tournament just to see how it is as well, and let's actually get to it. So the rules are as follows. It will be a double round elimination tournament. Each round will be first to 2 and grand finals will be first to 3. Conditions for this may change. All characters and stages are viable to choose from. I have no idea why I wrote the brackets there because it really didn't change really. It's still the same, and that is pretty much it, because I think there's only 5 characters and a couple of stages and you just race around it, and yeah, that is going to be the process of this tournament. So as we scroll down here, we're going to see the bracket here. So in round 1 we see Roniac versus Jason, and then in round 2 winner of that will be facing off against Maverick, and then also in round 2 we're going to have King Shadow versus Gaberilde. So hopefully fingers crossed is that what I'm going to be seeing is that what we're going to be doing is the first process is to set up the controls in the beginning, and then second we will start the match, and then also once matches have been disconnected, both controllers being disconnected, we can actually get the other 2 people on board to connect, and then we can kind of still do it that way. So we just have to realize that the participants in the tournament will be able to just kind of follow simple instructions, whereby one person has to create it and then the other person has to join it really. So hopefully that goes all smooth. We are using the PSP emulator for this, so we are going to be doing it as if it's local on 2 applications through Parsec, and just to try to minimize the latency as possible, because it isn't physically connecting to each other, only physically connecting to each other from a local LAN setup on the PSP side, and then Parsec does do the rest to actually get the controllers set up and for both of them to interact and play. So again, this is going to be kind of like a similar situation with the Sonic Battle Tournament, whereby we actually had multiple windows at the same time and then the participants was able to battle it out, but this time it's just going to be 2 players. And we will be doing more tournaments like this as well. So next week as well, we will be doing a Sonic Advance 3 tournament, again on the GPA, and it's going to be like a 1v1 race section around that. So that will be pretty awesome to do, and yeah, more Sonic tournaments. And yeah, again, you know, the more the merrier, and it feels as though a lot of people are just Sonic fans on the server. That is what we've kind of branded our Parsec Discord server, even though I pretty much just like just doing a lot of different games. So we've been doing a lot of different Sonic games at the very most, so there hasn't been too much duplications of certain tournaments, which I'm pretty much proud of. But anyways, let's actually move into the voice channel with the participants. So I'm actually going to head over into the voice channel and come back and stuff. Okay, so I'm in the voice channel with the participants. I've actually got Jason, I've got King Shadow, and Sith, who is going to be watching the tournament today, as well as he will be competing in the Tekken 7 tournament later that we will be doing. So we've got a couple of minutes to be waiting. I know that Roniac hasn't arrived yet. We'll be waiting for him. Usually he arrives on time for his matches to begin. and then also I just have to ping World Maker, and then he will come through as well with joining the tournament as well, since he was joining up in the Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transform tournament earlier, and he was getting the use of it, even though he got eliminated early. He was the first person to get eliminated, but he had a fun time. And also on top of that as well, Roniac, or should I say Gaberilde, he has a game of choice. So congratulations to Gaberilde for his game of choice. It will be his first game of choice, and I'm actually kind of excited to see. I think he's more of a Mario fan, so I'm guessing, my prediction, you know, over here for this video, I'm predicting that he will be doing a Mario Party Superstars tournament, because he wanted to join that one at the time as well. So I'm guessing either that one, or he might be doing something of maybe a Mario Kart tournament. I'm guessing one of those two. Also, he did like Mario Strikers as well, so I'm guessing he's going to be choosing a Mario tournament. So it's going to be great to see another Mario tournament over at Parsec Tournaments Galleria, since Mario tournament have kind of quieted down since the last time from doing these tournaments over at Parsec Tournaments Galleria as well. Sonic tournaments have just overrisen that as well, so there's that. Also, we've got Terrell here, so Terrell, I do know that you got your tournament coming up soon as well, so yep.
Yeah.
We're just getting set up right now for this tournament right now, so I was just pretty much just doing the introduction, and I'm just in the voice channel and also recording right now for the Sonic Rivals tournament.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So what is the volume that I'm going to be doing for Sonic Rivals? Oh, perfect. That is the volume, so that's all good. And I've also got my scoreboard and Parsec ready as well. Oh, and hello Maverick, welcome. I started recording a couple minutes ago. We will be starting soon. The first match will be against Jason and Roniac. So we're just going to be waiting on Roniac. Once Roniac is here, we will then start. And then, you know, the winner of that match will be faced against you in round 2. So you'll be in the second match there. So hopefully the control process of just setting up the controls will be quick, because I believe that the person with the first controller set up in the game gets the controller connected, but the second one is duplicated on the second PSP emulator instant, since we actually have to set that up. So hopefully Jason or Roniac will be able to assist with that, and then everything else will be smooth for the tournament. And then also, the only other hiccup we'll ever get for this tournament is the fact that you guys will have to learn how to host and join the other person's session, or else it'll kind of desync itself out. So that's pretty much it. And then I guess what we'll do as well for the racing, we'll just do rotation. I guess we'll just do rotation on the races. Like, there's no point trying to choose what races we do, because only first player gets to choose the races, so might as well just do rotation on races. We'll exclude the boss stages. We'll just do normal races. First to 2 normal races, and then grand finals first to 3. I'll ping Roniac as well, just to see if he's here. If not, if Roniac doesn't show up in the next 2 minutes, then I guess I will just move him into something else, and then I guess we can just grab in King Shadow then, since King Shadow came first. So then it will be Jason versus King Shadow.
Yes, yeah.
Alright. Oh, Roniac's there. Okay, brilliant.
Oh, you can add him with the question now.
Oh, he's muted anyway. I don't really want Roniac due to typing and stuff. It's all good. I only ask those questions just based on if they do talk on mic and stuff, so it's okay. So, Roniac, are you ready? because you are in the first match, and your first match person is up against Jason. Alright, Roniac's ready. Alright, you guys can join my Parsec right now. We'll begin. Thank you, Roniac. Alright, let's start with the first match. First match is Jason versus Roniac. Seems as though Roniac has gone with a spin dash and start. He's actually got a really cool skin as well. Nice little silver skin. And then Jason actually has taken the lead over Roniac. But Roniac is bumping on his head. But Jason is definitely spinning with the home attack, gets stunned, and then Roniac is in the lead right now, getting that boost panel, getting that nice Sonic feeling when he's going through the loop and stuff. Love the actual feeling of this game as well, where it actually get loops. Feels that traditional 2D Sonic gameplay, despite the fact that, you know, you are kind of running in a straight line and some vertical moments. But, you know, at this end of the time, like, it has that traditional favor. Like, you got the boost panels, you got the loops. And there are some sections whereby you stand on these logs and then you kind of jump up into the higher or lower parts, and I think the higher parts are good and stuff. Oh, what a shove there by Roniac. But Jason is still catching up. This is still good on Jason's side. Jason has taken the upper half. He actually has a power-up, the magnetism, and also... oh, okay, so Roniac has got the star, and oh, he's used it on Jason, but Jason is coming really close and magnetizing Roniac. Gets hit by the robot and jumps up. Okay, there we go. And then jumps up into the upper path, and just some really good speeding going on here. So still neck and neck, and I think that the good thing about this game, and I think Roniac explained this as well to me a couple of weeks ago, is that it has like a rubber banding theory whereby it definitely gives you a good handicap if someone is really far behind and stuff, and he gives you that accelerated speed, so you can definitely catch up as well. So it's definitely something that I like from this game, from the racing mechanic. And we're actually near to the end as well. So the cool thing as well is that at the bottom of each of the screens you can kind of see where the goal line is, and there we go. And that's even much more better as well, is that once someone actually does go through, it does show who actually wins, and then the other person just loses straight away. So let's do the next race as well. So just create again, Roniac. Just choose a different stage, just rotate it like another stage. Yeah, Act 2 would be fine. Okay, so then I'm not too sure what actually happened there. So I guess just guys have to just back out, I guess. So just back out, just stay there, Jason. Don't go straight into it. Just let Roniac create first. So Act 2, no Rager, perfect, and then there we go. Alright, so we got the second match, Roniac versus Jason here. Spin dash start again by Roniac. Gonna have to learn what is the secret methods of spin dashing from the start, because he's keeping to getting an early lead. Gets the whirlwind on Jason. That is a sneaky little trap there. Actually getting some puzzle elements there as well, pushing the boulder. It's kind of weird though. You're playing a silver and you're pushing with your hands. You should be using your psychic abilities. Seems as though this is kind of like a rush job from Sega. Should definitely put the animation there for the telekinetic abilities from Silver. But you can see the Jason is already catching up with Sonic, which he should be, because he is Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic is the fastest thing alive in Mobius or Earth, whatever term you want to put in for the Sonic games. If they are on Earth or they are on the other planet, that is kind of a discussion back in the 90s, I remember. Like, would you rather see humans in Sonic World, or would you want to see anthropomorphic animals and just Eggman as just a human? Which is kind of weird that, like, whatever way you do see about it. But we do have somewhat of a good lead here for Roniac, but Jason is still on the tails for Roniac, and he's still doing really well. Gets hit by the whirlwind again. Good trap there by Roniac to actually get the grinding as well. Onto the boost pads, into the jump, riding on the leaf. into the new path. And now as we see Jason going through the loop, nice spin dash into the curl, bringing in the momentum to bring in the speed, keeping that momentum, and now he's into this boo. Now he's onto the leaf now. As well as what I've noticed as well in this game as well, we do have rings as well on top of it. So I wonder what the rings do. Maybe Roniac can explain if you have a certain amount of rings, if there is something. But all I know is that he is on fire, Roniac. So maybe that is something whereby if you collect a certain amount of rings, you actually go on fire and like you just get so much speed and stuff. But he's doing really well right now, collecting all the rings and stuff. Whereas Jason has just got trapped again by Roniac, and there we go. So that is 0-2 to Roniac. So thank you guys for playing. Both of you guys can disconnect here, and then we will move on to the next round. We have Roniac back on Silver and Maverick on Knuckles. Gave him a head chump there. And we're back in action with Roniac's favorite character, Silver the Hedgehog, whereby Maverick actually wants to kind of play with Knuckles this time. Maybe it might be a certain stage factor dependation of why they chose these characters, who knows. And it seems as though Roniac has just dropped to Silver. And Knuckles currently is in the lead. Takes the second path. Again, to see an automated section of the grinding and the running into the spood. And not really much obstacles, it's just a lot of running. Oh, and it seems as though the game just glitched out there while taking the speed boost on Knuckles' side, and he just kind of got stuck there. Had to run back to take the speed boost there. Now, Silver has taken lead, has taken the upper path, now is doing the pushing. Knuckles is right behind him, decides to do the work for him, and now Knuckles is in the lead, but Silver has taken the upper path, has dizzied out Knuckles, and now Silver's in the lead. Nice up path route there to take the higher path, and now we're into the 50% checkpoint mark of this race, and Silver's in the lead. Silver has taken a trap for Knuckles. Let's see if Knuckles does get caught by it. He does get caught by the trap and stuns him as well. Okay, now the controls are back to normal. Silver is on fire for pretty much the past 20 seconds of duration, and this is a different climb changer. And Knuckles drops as well, leaving even more time as well on top of it. Alright, and now the time destroyed image has come into Knuckles' part of the map, and Silver is just making a bigger and bigger lead. So we're going to probably see a 1-to-1 here as well in terms of the score. If only if there's a miracle that Knuckles can do right now. And also Silver does leave a trap as well, a remote bomb trap. Gets yoinked by the joke box there, but was able to recover quickly. And just a few more springs and boost panels, and he will be able to finish into the finish line for the second match. And there we go. That's a 1-to-1. Alright then, now we are into the final match of the set between Roniac and Maverick. Roniac has still chosen Silver, and Maverick has chosen Knuckles, whereby the cart has knocked Shadow off, and it seems as though, oh, that was not what Silver wanted. And again, oh, and Shadow has dropped off. Again, something else that was unintentional. Actually was lucky for Roniac. Oh, good speed boost there. Okay, nice spin dash to recover there from the ramp. And again, can't actually grind on it. Seems as though you need to actually take the tip part of it so you can actually glide down that little line zip. Doesn't look like you can actually grind it. But right now, Silver is in the lead. kind of two major hiccups. But then again, the rubber banding will still be able to be taking place in this. So, oh, and got trapped there as well. That was a good little trap there from Silver, and then gets hit by that from there as well. Oh, seems to be a pause there. Seems as though they're both okay with it, and they have resumed on. Again, Shadow has dropped out. Even much more of a bigger gap lead as well. And it seems as though Silver has been taking the upper roof. And there we go. Speed panel is coming in. Now Shadow's got the magnetism. Nowhere near where Silver is, but maybe again, maybe that was supposed to be a light speed dash there to actually get the rings there. I don't know. Yeah, again, another drop there, and that same certain section there. So I'm not too sure what can be done there. Yeah, gonna have to jump over it there. But Silver is still in the lead. A lot of automated sections here running down the cylinder pathway, and it's pretty much very simple here. Nice loop here, and then here with the robot, the clowns getting hit by the clowns, but it doesn't really matter. There's kind of much of a big lead here with the jump into the circle. And then let's see here what's going on. Oh, I see. So basically those light panels, they become visible to actually stand on, but then once it turns off its colors, then they aren't visible to stand on, so they're no longer platforms anymore. So that was what happened in that section when Shadow was falling off a couple of times there. So it is what it is there. But it seems as though Silver is very, very close to the finish line right now. And let's have a look here. Can he finish? And yes. So that is 2-1 to Roniac. Roniac goes through to the next round, and that is it. Okay, so we are into the third set match. This is the second match in round 2. So on the left side, we actually have King Shadow playing as Metal Sonic, and on the right side, we have Gaberilde playing as Sonic. So bit of a misleader there from the start there from Gaberilde. She has died off, but Metal Sonic in these cold conditions doesn't really warm up, and especially with Sonic as well, cold conditions is not going to mess him around as well. He's really fast, so he's going to easily warm up in the cold. So technically he doesn't really even need to have an outfit on as well, so the cold is not going to mess with Sonic at all. So we see the grinding sections on Gaberilde's side, whereas Metal Sonic for King Shadow is taking the upper paths into the springs. Oh, and Gaberilde does drop off again. Goes with a spin dash start into the spring panels. And as you can see here, good jumping on the ring panels on King Shadow's side for Metal Sonic. And there hasn't really been any contesting from Gaberilde at all in these races against King Shadow just about yet. Seems like a normal race. The only contesting that King Shadow is ever going to see is against that Yeti, which kind of chunked him a bit. Okay, we're going to see another pushing puzzle element. Kind of cool that they actually have these type of stuff for these races here. Getting a bit of these spring panels, so it's not really always about holding right to win as if you're playing Sonic Rush. It's more so about having these puzzle elements and stuff and kind of reacting at times while racing someone, so it's kind of neat to see. Alright, so we actually got the magnetism activated for Metal Sonic. Sonic is in the last section that King Shadow is in with these spikes, with these spring panels. Gaberilde is having a kind of a hard time to try to get that rhythm going, so it just needs to kind of Okay, there we go. He's got the timing going. Now he's got the timing. There we go. Now he's able to make it up. And now he's into the actual section. So we actually got 20% left on Metal Sonic to actually finish the race. This is all cool. Gaberilde does drop again. What I've noticed as well, once you actually do drop, there is a second or so to recover. You can't actually start right away and start running. You have to wait for the go sign, and then you can kind of pretty much charge your spin dash at that point in time while it's waiting. But other than that, you just can't just start running straight away. But we have made it to the goal line, so Metal Sonic wins. So that's a 1-0 to King Shadow right now for the first race. So do it again. Alright, so we're going to be in Act 2. Nice. And let's go. So we're going to be still in the Crystal Mountains. King Shadow has changed to Knuckles, and Gaberilde is playing as Shadow on the second screen. Let's see if there's any changes. King Shadow does drop off as Knuckles, and Gaberilde has the lead now. So there might be actually some real contesting between these two, because I would imagine that King Shadow knows how to probably attack them, and he punched him in the back. That feels like some Sonic Riders reminiscence, like when you're actually on the border. And now, oh, Gaberilde is going backwards now. Now he's going the right way now. He has found the right way. Spring panels into the next section. Ground pound stuns Shadow for a bit, and Shadow stuns Knuckles for a bit as well. Unless that was a stage interaction. So that was kind of like the first type of contesting that I've seen from Gaberilde to be done on the other person there. Gaberilde does drop off again. I guess that is the fourth fall on his side to be dropped, whereas King Shadow has still been taking a kind of a massive lead here. Oh, and King Shadow has been frozen onto the nice. And now he is back in the stage here. Oh, that's fine. If you do have to leave, if you have your family coming over, then it'll just be a DQ. That's all it is really. But if you are yeah, because if it's the whole family, then yeah, you're gonna be staying there for pretty much the whole day really with your family. That's what usually happens. But it's no worries. You've had 2 races anyways already, so it's all good. But yeah, the next race that you will have is going to be a while, because we're going to go into the loser side and then see how much loser races we can do, just to speed up the process, and then we'll get back into the winner's side. Because I think if I have to look at it, you are in the grand final. Let's have a look. No, you're just in winners semis. So that's all good. But onto the match. Shadow is actually in the lead actually, and this is actually. Oh no! He can take it. No. Oh, he does take it. It's 1-1. Gaberilde with the 1-1. Alrighty. So 1-1. This is the final race. Whoever wins takes it between King Shadow and Gaberilde. So King Shadow is playing as Knuckles, and Gaberilde is playing as Shadow there. So right now Gaberilde is technically in the lead, but then falls into the wall, so that's kind of unfortunate there. Now he is not able to kind of be able. Oh, actually no, he's still in the lead there. Okay. It's kind of weird to see where the checkpoints are, because like sometimes the character designs is like you're ahead and you're not ahead and stuff. So it's weird to see, you know, how it actually is formulated on the screen. Because it sometimes feels as though someone's in the lead, like, but because they're kind of going back and forth like left and right, Okay, but now I can definitely know that King Shadow's in the lead with Knuckles. That's for certain. Unless King Shadow does drop off here or dies off here at any point, then yeah. Because Gaberilde has... Oh, yeah, because this is weird. So, I think King Shadow did just pass through a checkpoint, and then Gaberilde did appear right in front of him. So, I'm not too sure what the checkpoint marks are, but... now there's a much more marginal lead because Gaberilde's having troubles to get up above that platform. But we're going to see an automated section here going for a loop-de-loop on a cylinder path on King Shadow's side for Knuckles. We have reached the 50% mark. And Gaberilde, oh, look at that. We're getting some Sonic full physics here. He was actually standing vertically on a plane, and yeah, this is definitely designed by Dimps. You can definitely tell that this is designed by Dimps if he's standing like that. This is some Sonic 4 gameplay from the past, from seeing stuff like that. So you could pretty much just do a spin dash, even though like gravity is non-existent. Looking good on King Shadow's side. Ground pounds onto the zip line. More loop-de-loops. Shadow has gone past the conveyor belt. He was standing on the spikes. Luckily, he lost some rings beforehand, so he didn't even get hurt even more. I think as well, once you get hurt by rings, it only takes a bit of rings off you. It doesn't take all the rings like in normal Sonic games do. So it's kind of like an increment of rings that gets taken away from you. I think in the newer Sonic games, they do the exact same thing, whereby if you get hurt a bit, it doesn't take all your rings. It takes a certain amount of rings, but there you go. That is a 2-1 to King Shadow. So what you guys can do, you guys can disconnect, and then we will move on there. Okay. So, we have our next match into the losers. This is the first match in losers. We have Jason playing as Sonic, and then on the right side we have Silver playing as Gaberilde. So, we're going to see who is the next lineup as well, playing as well. And it's all good. So, Sonic and Silver is fighting on the rings here. And Sonic is into the pool. And Silver is also into the pool as well. Alright, spring panels come back up. Spin dash. Into the springs. Up we go. Oh, nice jump there. Drops back down. There we go. Sonic makes it to the first ring, and now he's boosting away into first place right now. Into the rings, boost again. Now running through. Alright, clearing it up now. Getting the sequences, but into the pool he goes. And also Silver's into the pool as well. It seems as though both participants is finding the favorite position in most Sonic games. The pools, whereby it just kills them. And also we've got a gaslighting here, so right now we definitely have had harder stages. What I'm gonna have to do, probably what I'm gonna have to do as well, the next stage we're gonna have to kind of make it more easier for these guys, because this may take a while. This definitely is taking a while if these guys keep on dying over and over again. So after this race we are definitely gonna go back to the first stage. Yeah, this is something whereby I can see the difficulties rising up. You know, these guys aren't Roniac or anything like that, so this may be quite a challenge for them, because right now yeah, Gaberilde, you need to definitely spin dash here. Yeah, he's having a hard time trying to spin dash. There you go. That was nice spin dashing. Oh boy, even that spin dash is kind of hard as well. Yeah, this is looking very difficult for Gaberilde. Maybe try spin dashing at the bottom of the reel. Okay, now he's doing it again. Yeah, these physics are just awful. He's spin dashing and he's not getting any speed rolling down. So He's stuck. Okay, there you go. Spin dash there. Nope. Looks stuck. Yeah, stuck. Oh boy, he is stuck. I don't think this. Yeah, this is impossible for him. This is dim physics. Like, you have to spin dash or move in a certain position. Yeah, this is not pleasant to watch at all. It must be so frustrating. Yeah, this is definitely frustrating as well. For Gaberilde. Oh man. I guess the only thing that could happen is that Jason just needs to pretty much end the race as quickly as possible. Oh, nope. Okay, Gaberilde is out of it. He's out of the loop. Finally, he is definitely out of the loop. Maybe if he kind of killed himself there somehow, maybe he could have just gone to like a further checkpoint. That's what I've noticed. But now he's in this section here. Okay, he's able to get out. So hopefully he can actually progress on with the stage rather than falling. But yeah, definitely we're going to have to get the earlier stages back, because this is definitely getting too difficult. And I would say these matches are definitely for probably the Roniacs, the Mavericks, and King Shadows. That's all I can say. These stages are very too difficult right now. They're just dying every 10 to 20 seconds here. Gotta have to blame Dimp's physics for this, man. So difficult to kind of translate this one, but at least we've got some good progress here. We're down to the final 20% of this race here. We've been on this race for over 4 minutes now. That's how difficult these races have gotten now. So we're gonna have to, you know, go back to the start and try to rotate it that way, because the race is getting a bit too long as well. Alright, now we're into the last final path for Sonic, and I think that Sonic is going to be into the last go ring. Yep, just has to go down, and that is it. So, first game goes to Jason. Yeah, so what we're going to do, just hit the continue, and then let's actually create this for the first game. So, we're going to hit continue, and we're going to go single race, choose your character, and then go and choose the first stage and the first act. Yep. So we have no bullshit like that again. There we go. That'll be much more easier to do. Alright, let's get ready. So, we are back to familiar faces with the stage, whereby it's all linearity. You have not much obstacles, and you're just holding down that run bar, which is a classic Green Hill Zone type of stage, and I like it, since we know that we will definitely have people winning the races without much help. And it's much more contested right now, because you can kind of see Gaberilde is really behind Jason's Sonic. Seems as though Sonic was trying to home attack a loop, which is kind of physically impossible in a Sonic game, to try and home attack from one side of the loop to the other. And now Gaberilde is in the lead with Shadow. Now they're on the same bounce panel, but Sonic is in the lead. Good home attack as well to actually get Shadow in the lead. But Sonic did try to home attack, but it didn't kind of go as expected. Now Shadow's in the lead. What? Wait, what is going on? Oh, he tries to go for the speed whiz. Like, okay. Now he's right behind Sonic. Tries to spin dash behind him. Didn't really do anything. But now he's over on top of his head. This is the type of race I like to see here. This is much more contested. This is much more better for both of the contestants. So now we actually are seeing something of a better race now. So we are seeing who is gonna get the better RNG in the end of it here. But it seems as though Shadow is taking much more of a better lead now. Oh, gets hit. I think that was Sonic that actually did it. Sonic does have the magnetism. Oh, yeah, both of these guys have items as well. I forgot what the item press is, but you guys both have the items. I think it might either be triangle to use the items, or X. I don't know. You guys have to be probably pressing buttons there to try and use the items. Oh yeah, Gaberilde isn't in the voice channel in Paladin, so he's he doesn't know, and I think he's just played the game for the fun of it. So it doesn't look like he's played this game at all. Okay, so he's gonna look for that speed. Yeah, speed. I think honestly as well, in terms of level design for these ramps, they definitely need to put speed ramps in every section, because the way how I saw with Gaberilde in the Lost race, when there was no speed ramp, that was really terrifying. Oh, good trap there by Sonic onto Shadow, and Sonic's got a much more lead, and we're down to like pretty much the last 2 or 3% now, and that is it. So that is a 2-0. to Jason. So Jason, you go through to the next round. Gaberilde, unfortunately, you are eliminated. So both of you guys can disconnect here, and then we will move on to the next race. Alright, we're going with Shadow. So we're going to go into the first stage, Act 2 with Shadow. So good luck, guys. Sonic is Jason on the left side, and on the right side, we actually have Shadow, which is Maverick. Good early trap there by Shadow for the tornado on Sonic, and we are underway. We go right now. So we're going to get some pushing here, just for the slowdown. Now we are into the loop section. Oh boy, here we go. Seems as though Maverick knows the trick towards Dimp's physics. That's why he's in the lead right now. That's some good stuff right there. Onto the spring panels. Good springs there. Pushes up. There we go. But Sonic is right behind her. And right there, just a bit of a delay there on Sonic's side. But now he is down and coming through. So Shadow has the magnetism there on his side. And he's probably pulling Sonic away or maybe towards him. If he is in the lead. I'm not too sure how the magnetism works if he is in the lead, but I know magnetism is like you kind of gravitate towards the player when you do have it. Good trap there by Shadow. Let's just see if Sonic does get hit by it. Yes, he does. He gets hit by it. Good trap pull by Shadow. Shadow is actually taking the upper lead. Good grinding into the upper path, and there we go. Up the springs. And Shadow is having a good marginal lead, but at the same time, the rubber band effect is still going on for Sonic, and Sonic is slowly catching up. So we just need to see if we can actually get some items for Sonic as well. Good push. Oh, misses the item there. But he's still doing good. Goes into the lower path, Sonic, into the spring pan and the boost, and then Shadow hits some robots into the loop-de-loop. Looked like he collected a red ring. Because red rings are quite common in the modern Sonic games. Usually there's like 5 red rings each stage, and the reward, I have no idea what rewards you get once you complete all 100 rings and stuff, red rings and stuff. Shadow does drop off, and it seems as though Shadow's still in the lead, but Sonic is right behind him. This is going to be some good contested shit. Good trap there by Shadow, freezes Sonic, got the delay he wanted, and then Sonic drops down. So Sonic has lost his momentum there, and now Sonic is back on his feet again, rolling down at the speed of sound. Some City Escape lyrics there, and now going up the log. But there we go. So 1-0 to Maverick. Alright, good stuff, guys. Alright, so let's hit continue. Let's go single race, and then let's go to the second one. And Act 1. Yep. Alright, so let's go. Second race between these guys. It's 1-0 currently to Maverick. Sonic has taken the upper path, and it seems as though that Sonic has gotten the lead here from taking the upper path. Good momentum here, and he's actually got a bit of a speed boost as well. I like the momentum here from Sonic. This is a really good convincing lead right now. Let's just see if Knuckles can come back with vengeance. But yeah, more boosting from Sonic. Sonic drops down into the lower path. I'm not too sure if this was the right path to take, but it has given him a good solidifying convincing lead. But Knuckles actually skips over that bottom path and actually has taken the upper path. Let's see if that actually gives him much more resilience, because we all know in 2D Sonic games, the upper path always takes much more of a shortcut compared to the lower path. Knuckles does have an item here now. I think that's probably a trap. Does go over the ledges, but Sonic is still into the lead right now. But Knuckles is catching up as he just goes up the ledges. Sonic pushed over it. Oh, good trap there by Sonic. Good placing there. Now Sonic has pushed another pillar, but Knuckles is behind him. He's gotta run. He's gotta run. Oh, Knuckles is really close, trying to punch him there. Oh boy. Sonic has to run for his life now. Oh, and a good home attack by Knuckles. Oh, he was right in front of him. And home attack again, and Knuckles is in the lead here. Sonic needs to grab that boost battle, which he does. And now Sonic is on the chase of Knuckles. Now Knuckles needs to run from Sonic. So now, instead of it being called Sonic 3 and Knuckles, it's supposed to be Knuckles 3 and Sonic. Now Knuckles is the main character of the franchise. And Knuckles just missed that speed boost panel, and it looks like Sonic can come back. Oh, good upper path there. And Sonic is in the lead because of the upper path. And some sort of air glitch there, but Sonic has survived there. Sonic is naturally in the lead right now. Good upper path take that actually got him to the lead. Now Knuckles is right behind them as well. Keeping up the speed as well. There isn't really any items here. Okay, now Knuckles has got the Ice Cube item. But gets trapped by the whirlwind, but he has freeze Sonic for a bit. But that doesn't matter because Sonic is still in the lead. But Knuckles is coming back right now. Both in the cowboy section. Okay, so this is really close right now. And Sonic takes it. 1-1. So Jason has 1, Maverick has 1. And we're down to the final race. Alright, so we do single race, and then we'll do it to the second one in Act 2. Alright, good luck, guys. Interesting. So, Maverick has chosen Shadow this time instead of Knuckles. But he has messed up the spin dash jump start, but it doesn't really matter. He is kind of behind, but he has taken the upper path. Does he take this lead by taking the upper path? Because this actually... Oh, no. Okay, this is good. He's right behind Sonic and pushes him, and now he's in the lead with the grinding. Now Shadow. Oh, and Sonic drops off the upper path. Shadow needs to get up. Can't get that because Dimp's physics. And Sonic is taking the lead by home attack on Shadow, but Shadow is taking the upper lead path. Oh, and he misses the ledge, but he's right behind Sonic now. Okay, takes the upper path with the spring. Okay, upper path now. Oh, gets hit by the robot, but it's still okay. And then on Sonic's side, he's taking the lower path, and he's right behind Shadow. Shadow is pushing the pillar, but Sonic goes the other way, and Shadow is taking the lead with the boost battle. Sonic tries to go with the home attack, misses the speed boost, and has kind of dragged a delay even further now. Now Shadow gets hit by the robot. Both hit the speed boost. Now they're bumping into each other's head. Oh, it misses the pillar, and Shadow gets fallen to the pool. This is a big opportunity now for Sonic. Absolutely big. Now Sonic just needs to keep that momentum because this is a good lead. And actually gets trapped. Shadow gets stunned twice. Incredible stuff. Now Sonic still going on. Oh, and he gets dropped. Shadow drops. Sonic's still the lead. Alright, up the pillars. Now into the speed. And gets zapped. Oh boy, oh boy. But Shadow is in the lead right now. From that zap. Shadow is just pumping with that speed boost. And Sonic goes the other way. Misses the speed boost. And this may actually be it, because this is the final 5%. Seems like it's just a run along. Oh, and we actually see the goal line here. And that is it for a fun final conclusion of Losers Round 2. So that is a 2-1 to Maverick. So GG guys, both of you guys can disconnect. That was a really fun set. Hope you guys had fun. Alright, so we are into the winners semifinals against Roniac and King Shadow. This has been quite a rivalry between these two. Let's see who's actually going to be into the winner's side of the grand finals. Silver is Roniac, and then on the right side is King Shadow. So this is going to be pretty much great. King Shadow is in the lead right now, and Silver has to make the work right now. King Shadow is up on the ledge, jumping up the ledge into the second part, and then over on top of the log into the spring panels here, running up and into the lodge right now, and then into the springs. Gets blasted by the robot. Now is destroyed with the image, but that doesn't really matter because you can just look at Roniac's screen because of the fact that he was right behind him as well, so you can kind of see where he was heading. But good punch there by Silver, and now Silver is into the lead. Did take the bottom path, and now is springing up into the upper path right now. It does create a trap. Oh, good trap there by the whirlwind as well. So these traps there are the special moment. Now Silver does have the star, and it seems as though he uses a special item. but that doesn't track down King Shadow. King Shadow is still kind of behind with Silver. Now he has taken the trap whereby it's destroyed images again. But he has taken the lead, and now King Shadow is in the lead now. Silver running into the bottom path, and that is definitely going to drag some time as well to actually get up those spring paths as well. Very disappointing stuff there. Now we're into the loop-de-loop. Oh, gets hit by the robot, and now Silver is in the lead. Grabs the magnetic shield up into the upper path, but misses it. Grabs down, and it gives Shadow some sort of lead. Now Special comes up, gets stunned, and this is it, I guess. I don't think could possibly match up. This will probably be, yep, this is a 1-0 to Roniac. First game. Okay, so into the second race. Here we go. Silver is kind of in the lead, but it's going to get scratched by Metal Sonic. Gets trapped, and now Silver is definitely in the lead there from that road rid trap. And Metal Sonic needs to come through. Good costume there by Metal Sonic. Looks all rainbow flashy as well on his side. Gets the magnetic. Oh, there we go. Silver's special. Gets him stunned. Now we get the power boost from Metal Sonic. Blossoming his way through. Gets the magnetism item. So this is going to be quite good. Oh, so magnetism is definitely to actually ring collect there. So getting all the rings as he passed by. Which is really nice as well. But Silver is in the lead. We don't really have much obstacles going in the way. Now we have the first pillar, which Metal Sonic will catch up and stuff. Bounces on top of Silver, but he is still not in the lead there, even with that bounce, because there was a distorted image on his side, so you couldn't actually see. Not Metal Sonic, Silver does get the flame to get a bit of booster there on his side. I guess it's just a flame shield, so like, you know, anything in his way, just they'll just hit him. And there comes the distorted image trap. Metal Sonic throws the ice up the loop for Silver. Silver jumps over, and the loop is catching him down there. So now Silver gets the speed panel. Now Metal Sonic gets pushed by Silver. Silver jumps up into the springs, and then hits the robot into the spring panel. Now another spring gets a spin dash start, but Metal Sonic does have the flame shield. But Silver is catching up. He's right behind him. Jumps on top of his head. Now Metal Sonic is still in the lead. Now we're into the last 5%. Oh, misses the ice. That would have been it. But nope. It's Metal Sonic. So it's 1-1. Alright. So final race. Whoever wins this race will be in the winner's side of the grand finals. Okay, so now into the last race here. Both players are using the same characters, Silver and Metal Sonic, respectively. Whereas Metal Sonic is in the lead, but he has the sword image, and this is not looking good on his side. He needs it. He does have his star power item. Comes out, confuses Silver. Silver's just waiting for it to get unstunned. But Silver is in the lead now. Metal Sonic is still kind of behind, but now he's picking up the pace here. Silver is in the automated exception, grabs the magnetic shield, so now to collect all the rings around him. This is really good right now for what Silver does need. Okay, And this is good platforming now from Silver. Silver doesn't actually fall off from the illusionary line, but Metal Sonic does, and drops down. Unfortunate there. It definitely does have a weird timing. Plus gets trapped by the World Ring. Oh, and gets hit by a Jack in the Box as well. So he is definitely getting slowed down everywhere. So this is a marginal lead by Silver. This is definitely a huge lead by Silver right now. Good trap there, but still getting hit by the spikes. Has to take the low path, unfortunately. Not saving much time. And gets dropped off. Yep, the illusionary line. Gonna have to jump over that just to be safe on the side. Yep, there we go. Jumps over. But still, Silver in a really good positional lead and stuff. So this is the kind of the difficult path and stuff. But at least Metal Sonic did take the upper path there. Drops back down. The grinding there is good. But again, more automated running sections from Silver. There's not really much obstacles in his way. Grabs the magnetic, grabs more rings on top of it. Gets home attack, but gets slowed down by the Eggman robot. And now Metal Sonic needs some sort of boost, like mega boost, to really catch up, because this is really a much more longer lead that I would imagine for the second race, and it's just because of the delays from the first moments of this race as well that has dragged Metal Sonic down really low as well. There's a moving section that Silver needs, so this will help out to lessen the time, but right now we're in the last 5% of the race, and it seems as though, oh, good stun there, and Metal Sonic is coming behind, but at the same time I don't think Silver can lose at this point, because he just needs to roll over to the finish line, which he does, and that's a 2-1 to Roniac there. So there we go. So that is a 2-1 there. So Roniac, you can disconnect. King Shadow, you can actually stay on because you're still on, and that is it. So Maverick does choose Shadow, and King Shadow is going to Sonic. So, losers semi-final, Maverick versus King Shadow. King Shadow was dropped into the loser side to Roniac, which Roniac is sitting in the winner side of the grand finals. Whoever wins this will be facing off against Roniac in the grand finals. It will be a first to 3. But they're going to have a lot of a tough challenge, because not only do they have to win 3 matches against Roniac, they have to reset the bracket and then win 3 times again, since they are in the losers. So whoever is going to take this, you're going to have a lot of endurance. That's all I've got to say for you there. So Godspeed with you. So as of right now, it seems as though that Maverick was caught a bit in springs, but has able to kind of get up around it. So he is in the lead with Shadow. Sonic does get trapped by the tornado. Doesn't go past through the speed boost there, so he has to kind of pick up this pace with the home attack. And Maverick is kind of cruising ahead with the grinding sections there. Does get bumped there as well. Goes into the grinding section and the speed boost. But now on King Shadow's side, he is definitely having a problem with the speed ramps from Dimps' physics gameplay. So now he has to spin bash to go into the speed boost up the thing as it's supposed to be intentionally done. Like Dimps gameplay, you need to find the speed boost paddle, then you can go through the routes. You can't really spin dash or gain speed on your own, because there's a certain section that will just make you stop instantly. No physics involved in momentum gameplay with Dimps' controls. Which I believe that the only time they actually had, really good physics in the gameplay was the Sonic Advance games, if I had to remember really correctly, because they did the Sonic Advance games. Maybe it was just a different team that did the rest of the games, but yeah, Sonic Advance games, they had the right idea to do these 2D Sonic games really well in terms of the movement. But Maverick is still in the lead. There hasn't really been much of a change here. There hasn't been much of a contest that King Shadow has done against Maverick at all. But no, this is a big one. He does drop, and Maverick is in second place. That drop, but Maverick is back in first place. Oh, that was shady indeed. That drop and then that push in the end cost Maverick that first game. So King Shadow takes the first game.
Sonic.
Okay, we're gonna go for a harder stage. I mean, I feel as though both of these guys can I trust in both of these guys that they can actually do the stage without really struggling. So, I do believe in these guys. We are back in the Crystal Mountain Zone, and it's all freezy, but I don't think it's going to be freezy for both Sonic and Metal Sonic. But in the start there, Sonic has lost the lead there because he had no rings and he just died to a robot. Whereas Metal Sonic has got everything. Oh no! Okay, there we go. He was able to get through that ramp. Luckily. I thought that he was going to be struggling there, but that was good. Everyone here knows how DIMP's physics work, so there won't be any delay here. And so far, Maverick is actually still doing a really good job trying to catch up to King Shadow, whereby King Shadow isn't going to push the block and falls for it because Maverick's in the lead now. Tried to play devil's advocate there by allowing Maverick to push the block, but it kind of played felling on his flat in his face, and they both drop in the same place. Oh, and Maverick drops. Alright, nice and easy does it now. There we go. Oh, no rings and falls into the spikes. Oh, this is not good for Maverick. Maverick is in much more of a longer lead now, but has taken the snow sled. Really cool little cinematic there. Actually do dig that. And now he kind of has closing up the lead. Just has to take this kind of upper path, but it's looking really good. He's actually got the Star Eye now, so let's just see when he actually uses it against King Shadow. Oh, but drops down again. Oh boy. Yeah, when you do take these harder levels, there is going to be a lot more traps whereby you just instantly die. That is the typical traps in Sonic games. Like you're feeling that speed going really fast, but really you're just slowing down. But King Shadow is in the last final part. If he does it, he will go back into the grand finals, and he's having a hard time trying to climb back up. But it doesn't matter because King Shadow takes it, and he is back into the grand finals, and we're gonna be seeing a rematch now. So Maverick, you can disconnect. King Shadow, you can stay on top again. So thanks Maverick for playing. Okay, looks like we're good to go. Alright, so we are into the grand finals. On the left side is the winner. In the winner's side, Roniac, and on the right side we're on the loser side, King Shadow. So Roniac just needs to win 3 races to win, and then King Shadow just needs to win 3 races, then also to reset the record and win another 3 as well. So we are on to the final mode. We're not going to be choosing the second act just in case if it does crash. Just going to choose the first act for now in this race, and then we will definitely go back onto the final ones as well. The other maps as well. So this is apparently supposed to be the hardest map in the game. As you can see right now, there's a lot of platforms and a lot of slowdowns as well, so you don't really see much running sections. Now we actually kind of see a bit of running section on the silver side, but other than that there was a lot of platforming, and this feels more like a Mario game than a Sonic game, when a lot of these modern Sonic fans feel as though, like, you know, all you gotta do is just run in a Sonic game. So this is kind of tragic as well because of the fact that it is kind of slow as well going in. I guess there may be some connection issue on King Shadow's side. It seems as though that he is standing in one bubble, but Roniac is still going on, as we still gotta keep him going. This is definitely not looking good. Alright, we guess we'll have a clear winner here with Roniac then, to actually take the first race. While we finish for Roniac to actually take the first race, there's really a good atmosphere going on here. I like the little atmosphere going on with this stage. Definitely showcases that it feels like an actual final stage. A lot of obstacles in the pathway, a lot of booby traps and stuff, and yep, only the best of the best can actually take this stage. And it seems as though we're probably to the final part as well. And that is it. So that's the first game to Roniac. Okay, so I have the final results here for the Sonic Rivals Parsec tournament over Parsec tournaments with Galleria. So in first place, congratulations to Roniac, and in second place was King Shadow. Third place was Maverick. Fourth place was Jason, and in the last place was Gaberilde. Thank you so much, guys, for taking part. This was another unique little Sonic game. I have never played this game before, but I'm kind of glad that you guys have shown me the ropes of what this game can do. In the future as well, next week we will be doing another Sonic tournament, which will be Sonic Advance 3. That's going to be a bit more problematic, but I feel as though me and Maverick has had an understanding for the game of choice for that. But stay tuned for that, and also in probably about under 2 hours is going to be the grand finale of a second Tekken 7 tournament, so hopefully we actually have to see you guys there as well for that tournament to check out as well. There's going to be a lot of surprises and big bangers there. So thank you all for participating, and I'll see you guys next time over at Parsec Tournaments Galleria.